The world is talking about the new move of the BRICS Union, and there are rumors that they are introducing a new payment system among them, including a common currency. This plan is being promoted, particularly by agencies close to China and Russia, as an attempt to challenge the dollar's dominance in the West. However, it's interesting to note that President Donald Trump of the United States has been saying things like, "BRICS is finished. My threat of 100% tariffs has stopped their anti-dollar moves." But is that true, or have the BRICS actually started a new global financial offensive? Let's take a look at the situation step by step. While the United States is on the one hand,
and they were trying to destroy our dollar. They were going to say, they wanted to create a new currency. They probably wanted to use the yuan, China.
the BRICS countries are on the other, hoping to develop their own payment systems and challenge the dominance of the dollar and the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication by creating an alternative to Western-controlled institutions. In his signature style, President Donald Trump declared that BRICS is dead, meaning that these 5 countries have thwarted his anti-dollar plans. He said, "I will impose tariffs of up to 100% on BRICS member countries in this diplomatic poker game." The question is, who is bluffing and who is serious? He claims that these nations have retracted their anti-dollar actions because they cannot afford to be shut out of the US market, and I have threatened to impose tariffs of up to 100%. According to the American media, Russian President Vladimir Putin is hosting a meeting of world leaders for the BRICS Summit of Emerging Economies today. Some people believe Trump is correct in threatening BRICS, although some claim that this is merely political rhetoric. In actuality, BRICS is progressing. This is a subject that has been covered since the organization's founding. BRICS have made it clear that they are uncomfortable with the dollar being used as a tool for sanctions, and have been advocating for the establishment of our own financial institutions and currency agencies near China, in addition to developing alternatives to Western-centered organizations like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. Due to global interbank financial transactions, Russian financial sources have suffered from social isolation, financial communications as a result of Western sanctions. There is no clear commitment, but the most recent news suggests that they are now in the actual testing phase, which in turn raises concerns in the United States that the dollar's global dominance could be shaken just when there was talk of BRICS anti-dollar moves. Countries like India and Brazil claim that they want to conduct their own trade without being bound by rules imposed by the West. But at BRICS summits, the idea of why not adopt a common payment system has always come up. Some call it BRICS currency, while others refer to it trade in local currencies and a common digital payment infrastructure. Donald Trump sparked controversy when he declared, "I terminated this group." This claim is controversial because China, the largest BRIC power, is already involved in a trade war with the United States. Would it be too afraid of a 100% tax threat? He claims that no one can cover the dollar's throne because BRICS backed down, because they were afraid of losing their trade relations with the United States while they were preparing plans to remove the dollar from the picture that they shelled for fear of giant tariffs from Trump. Russia is partially isolated from global interbank communication. The dollar system is already having trouble with financial tax communication because of Western sanctions. How much will Trump's threat alter this situation? In an intriguing development, India and Brazil do have close trade relations with the US, but would they be so afraid that they would halt all bloc initiatives? According to leaks from the Brazilian state media, Brazil has stated that strengthening local payment systems, rather than establishing a single currency, could weaken the case for a BRICS currency. Brazil says, "I don't have to use a common BRICS currency, but I can use a currency other than the dollar." This perspective raises the question of whether BRICS will totally disintegrate. What does Brazil's new local payment strategy mean for BRICS in the US? Trump boasts, I've already defeated this group, but even if the BRIC nations do not fully adopt a single currency, they may attempt to lessen their reliance on the dollar through various means. Brazil recently declared that it will concentrate on local payment systems and drop the BRICS currency plan. This indicates that it wishes to at least delay the idea of a single common currency, even though it may not mean a total departure from anti-D-dollarism. However, India cannot avoid BRICS as it aims for geopolitical balance, good relations with the West, and the purchase of reasonably priced energy from Russia. There isn't unanimous agreement among BRICS members, as pro-Indian state news reports contend that actions that might escalate tensions with the US should be avoided. Some say we should abolish the dollar, while others say we should do so gradually. However, is this system a deterrent? According to sources close to the Brazilian leadership, we know that trading in dollars is risky, but we don't necessarily need a common BRICS currency. We can trade outside of the dollar by bolstering our own local currency mechanisms. For instance, Brazil is signing local currency agreements with China and attempting to collaborate with nations in the region, like Argentina in local currency, which offers protection against possible US sanctions. Even if Trump demands 100% tariffs, India is taking a similar tack with its local currency initiative, which is a method of gradually decreasing the dollar share without causing a significant revolution. Perhaps Brazil could claim that it will make up its shortfall through regional or Asian trade. It wouldn't be a total break, but the US might have less leverage. According to statements from Brazil, nations are getting ready for a new summit soon. The primary agenda items for this summit are financial reform and global health policies, along with anti-AR initiatives. Although there won't be a single currency or payment method discussed, it might be overly optimistic to say that everything will be clear, because there are still contradictions within BRICS. At this summit, they might agree on a framework to allow trade in regional local currencies, but a full dollarization. No revolution is anticipated, although Trump's 100% tax threat is also rumored to have cast a shadow over this summit. The United States administration claims that if you try to replace the dollar, I will wipe you out in my market. India and Brazil's positions are unclear, which may not be enough for Russia and China to be the driving force. The United States market is important to some BRIC members, which makes the process of totally doing away with the dollar challenging. Perhaps they will announce a symbolic common payment system and move slowly. This is among the most startling inquiries. Would the United States impose hefty tariffs in retaliation if the BRICS members truly put in place mechanisms to lessen the dollar's hegemony, causing international trade to completely break up into blocs? The impact of the West's tariff weapon would be lessened if the BRICS established their own payment network, according to some, and perhaps the end of tariffs would occur. Others argue that tariffs would increase and that the world would enter a new era of trade war in which no one would win. Most people believe that both parties will reach a diplomatic agreement without using their trump card. But with Trump 2.0 on the agenda, protectionism may increase once more. If the United States says it will impose 100% tariffs as the first step in building our own trade networks, then diplomatic talks will be necessary to ascertain the true balance. Which point of view do you hold? That the Trump threats prevented the bricklayers from constructing a payment system that would surprise the US or have internal contradictions? Will tariffs soon be lifted, or will there be another significant trade? An impending war? Please share your thoughts with us. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, activate notifications, and click like, because this tale of tariffs and non-dollar trade. For the time being, wars will continue to dominate news reports and the workplace in the upcoming months.